And welcome everybody to Wellbeing Wednesday, last day of 2025, December 31st. So happy, healthy habits is our focus. Sometimes we're also the midlife makeover mavens. So we are making it a good one today. We have a really cool, fun activity planned that has to do with our healthy mindset, goal
Good.
setting, if that's your thing, but we're just going to work into it. So, hi, everybody in Blizzard Zone.
Yeah.
Fun in the tundra. And Amy is still out, not available. And so we're going to be excited to hear about her beautiful month-long sabbatical. She's been sharing tidbits of her mindset makeover along the way. And one of the activities we started a little bit last week, I mentioned go ahead and think of your word for the year. And I know Amy loves to talk about that. And we were trying to get in to do another what was it we had for our goal setting and just have some a few more mindset classes coming in to the new year. Welcome, Elaine. Glad you could make it. We're just getting started. So if you would like to share, did you have a word for 2025? What was it? And how did that go for you? Anyone like to share right off the bat?
Sure. I'll
Yeah, go ahead.
share.
See?
Okay. I'm thinking strongly on using the word intentional. And my word for the last 2 years has been moderation. I kept it at moderation and follow through. And that will remain on the wall because I need to remember to do that, to do things in moderation, and that um and if you start it, try to finish it, in a timely manner, not big at starting big projects and not. So I think with the intentional, that would help because then I can intentionally plan a little bit, start something, and see what some of the follow through is too. So that is that's my intentional plan for next year.
I think it's beautiful. So more
So,
on the follow through. How do you feel that your word moderation has helped you this past year? Or did it help you?
yes, it did. It really did. It really did. And to not think of all or nothing, like if I do this, I'll be a wonderful person. If I don't do this, then oh, I'm a terrible person. But to do the follow through, the moderation is just do a little bit at a time. And I've been doing the past year and a half or something, doing 10-minute tidies, which do help. When I start getting that I think, wait a minute, have you done any 10-minute tidies lately? No, you haven't. Go spend 10 minutes in a room, just do a little bit. Okay. Walk out before you're stressed, before you're crazy. And okay, then we'll go and look at the sewing room. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Well, we can fold a couple pieces of material and put them back on on the shelf. If you're done with that pattern, you can do that. And so yes, it is. And the kitchen's wonderful for 10-minute tidies. You go in, do 10 minutes and say, I can leave for a few minutes. You can come back 20 minutes
Yeah,
later and do another 10-minute tidy. And that's much better than to just stress myself out. So yes,
I love it.
it's the moderation has helped me a lot in the last couple of years, a lot. So
And I remember your 10-minute tidy. That's helped me a lot too. Did you come up with that or did you pick that up from someone else? Do you remember where you got the 10-minute tidy concept?
yes, it was from years ago. There was something on television. My grandchildren had the 10-minute tidy or 2-minute tidy or whatever. They would do this program and do the playing and stuff. And then at the end, the lady would say, we have I don't remember what it was. I came up with 10-minute tidy because I don't remember if that was what I'm sure on TV, hers was a 2-minute. But,
Probably.
but for me, it's like, do something manageable. You get started, And then I have a low attention span, and so before I get frustrated because this is boring. No, okay, but before I get to that part, go on to something else. And if you're doing a good job and you keep going, it's all right too. It's all right to finish it up. So,
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
mhm.
That has helped me a lot, just being okay with doing a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
always in the direction I want to go, whether, like you
yes,
said, the cleaning or whatever. And I have another friend with anybody else here is in the diagnosed or non-diagnosed ADHD group category. You can do it if you hyper focus through it. And that's helped me
oh,
get through it. And so then sometimes the 2 minutes or the 10 minutes, turn into an hour,
yeah,
and that's okay because I'm on a roll. Then I have to
yes,
remember to eat and make, at least have my water nearby, have my water break or my
mhm.
good healthy snack break.
Yes, yes.
And welcome, Jane Ann. We saw you come in. We're just recapping, and if you want
Hello.
to, yeah, you go open mic and say hi. And we're recapping those who have had a word for the year for 2025.
Mm.
And if you've picked a new one, and I'll let you think about it, or do you have a comment ready? Did you have a word for the year last year?
I have not picked one yet. I think
Okay.
that's a great idea, though. I just hadn't gotten around to doing it.
Okay. I
But
didn't
thanks
remember
for
at
the
what point you
reminder.
came in, but Betty was working on her word was moderation. And that word never really goes away. It becomes a part of
Yeah,
you, part of your healthy
yeah.
habits. And she's going to work on intentional eating
Mhm.
intentionally, cleaning intentionally,
Yeah,
pausing intentionally, all the things. And
yes.
Mary, I know you always have your word for the year.
Yeah.
How did that go for you in 2025?
It was good. It didn't hit me as much because right now, without my vision board right in front of me, I'm going, what was this year's? It just didn't stick with me as much. I'm kind of I'm in the process of right now kind of trying to figure out if this next year is going to be Valor, being brave, trying new things, that, stick to itness, or I'm kind of going into my old favorite word of the year. Incline did more for me than anything. I might go, but that was like 4 years ago because I had listened to a sermon on you're either in the recline, decline, or incline. And I loved that because, we
I
can
like
get
that.
stuck in the decline. We all know what that is. And then right now I'm kind of lazy again in my recline. You hit
Oh,
goal and
yes.
then you go up a little and you go down a little. And I know I can do more. I don't want to get stuck in the recline anymore. I want to get back to the incline. So I'm kind of thinking about
I
either
like
heading
that.
to incline or restore. But, I've been doing all the things. I just got out of my metabolic testing, which is different than Seika scale. I'd met deductible, and you literally blow in a tube for 10 minutes when you're fasting, when you've had no caffeine, and then it tells you exactly how many calories that you burn for weight loss or maintenance. And I was excited. I am on the fast side, which I never was, but that's because when I've been concentrating on muscle loss, or muscle, not muscle loss, muscle gain, the muscle burns more calories than fat. And so as I've been increasing my muscle mass, even though the scale doesn't show it, but now that we're leaning towards metabolic health, as I'm increasing my muscle mass, I can eat between 1,500 and 1,965 to maintain. That's a great number.
Wow.
And then weight loss is 1,200 to 1,500. So I was super excited to see that my metabolic rate, the is really coming up. So
That's
Wow.
great.
That's a really
Wow.
good point. Yeah, muscle not only weighs more, but it uses more energy. So that
It
makes
uses more
perfect sense.
energy. And so, keeping with the active lifestyle, which weight loss has done for me, keeping with that active lifestyle and then, pushing yourself to do the push-ups, to remember to squat when you're brushing your teeth, to get back on my rebounder, so you're building those quad muscles because those are your biggest in your body. And so they burn the
Yes.
more calories. It's when you can eat a little bit more because you're gaining muscle, that's what health is about. And it's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead back to incline so that this
Hmm.
I
coming
like
year,
it.
I keep pushing for better.
I love it. That's beautiful. And
Good.
that has, like you said, holds more meaning for you, that
Hmm.
word and all that it encompasses. So
Yeah.
awesome. So the others, Erica and Elaine, if you want in the chat, if you don't want to share in the microphone, or if you want to open your mic and share, if you have had a word for the year or would like to have a word for the year, just to gain your focus and maintain.
I
Go
would
ahead,
like to
Erica.
have a word for the year. I hadn't thought about it, but I'm inspired by Betty and Mary. Um,
Thank
um,
you.
yeah, no, I really appreciate your comments and your thoughts. I've never tried it before, so perhaps having one will center me a little bit and help me to work toward a goal. But let me think about what that is and get back to you because I don't want to drag you through my thought
Sure.
process. Okay.
Yeah, and you
Could
can
take a while.
Well,
plop
and there's
anything in
so
the chat
many.
too.
Yeah, there's so many cool words. I mean, I've used reach before, and then, you can make every letter mean what you want it to be,
Oh,
and
that's
something that's going to motivate you. Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
yeah.
To be continued.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. And that's what we're gonna just work on today, just to get our focus. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna just brag on you a little bit, Mary. For those who don't know Mary's story, so how long ago did
Oh,
you
ma-
start your health program? And initially it was kind of for a weight loss, but now
yep.
you're
I
into
think in
metabolic
April,
health.
yeah, I think in April it'll be 7 years. And yeah, I started off at 210 pounds and then got to my lowest at 139. And now I'm going between 150, 155. I don't like the 155. I feel my best ever about 145. So, I'm just fallen just over my line of my, and once you get down there, a 10-pound range is very good. But I keep pushing the height, the high of it, and so it's like, nope, I want to get back to my lowest. I do find as I gain muscle though, trying to keep the lowest number is getting harder. But
Yeah.
then that's when you measure by the clothes. Are your pants fitting good? It's not just the scale. I got that or that metabolic scale, best thing ever, because every day I can see if my fat mass is going down. I can see if my bone mass is going up, or not bone mass. The ones that he wants you to stick to are your visceral fat, your body fat, and then there's one other one. Those are the main three. He said throw out the rest, but those statistics. But yeah, because of weight loss, we hike, we backpack, we do things like the kids do, and we're 64.
Yeah, I was
Good
just
for
gonna
you.
throw in there, and I know Mary just what was it, just a few months ago had your retirement party. And so
Yep.
now her and her husband in the past several years climb mountains for their hobbies. So now
I,
And,
snowshoeing.
people are going to go sit and drink on the beach. That's what my son's going to go to. Well, we're going to head to Colorado and we will be snowshoeing. You know,
and yes.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
we got to do it while we can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't sit around. Life passed by too many times, and I wish I would have done it sooner.
yeah. And you can see the
Get it now.
glow, the joy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
And you
yes,
did
do
it
what you
now.
know is best for you. And that's
Yeah.
why we're here. Happy, healthy habits. What
Yes.
can we learn and what can we instill for bettering ourselves and looking into ultra health, not
Right.
just, and some of us are just still getting healthy and whatever. And
Yeah.
Elaine, if you'd like to share or if you'd like to put anything in the chat, word of the year or wins of the week, wins of the year. So I wanted to walk you all through an exercise with that. So if you thought about it and you've got your word for the year, if you don't have a word for the year, let's borrow Betty's or Mary's for now. And some of the ones that were just mentioned were moderation, intentional, reach, valor, incline. It can be peaceful, it can be hope. You pick what sounds good, right now in the moment, and it can change too, but it's kind of a word for the year. So just pick one for now and imagine, what would I feel like? What am I going to feel like at the end of 2026 when I am always intentional? When I am always on the incline. And valor, I love that word valor because it also goes with value.
Mhm.
Valor is courage, but it's also value, self-worth. How will you feel at the end of 2026? Imagine here we are, December 31, 2026, doing this exercise of recapping 2026. And imagine the things that you will have done this year. And how does that feel? So we're going to feel into the accomplishment, the embodiment, step into the new you or the new year. So, like we often do with Amy too, we're just going to do a few breaths and just a nervous system reset so that we can really integrate this new
Okay.
word into the new you for the new year. Ready? So, everybody just take a deep breath. Cool, fresh air, not too cold that you're gonna get frostbite in your lungs. Nice. In through the nose, but longer exhale through the mouth. Just let it all out. Breathe in the new and the fresh air. Exhale what no longer serves you. Let it out, let it go. Loosen your neck a little, just a little wiggle, not till it hurts. Wiggle your neck, your shoulders, kind of put your shoulder blades together and then move your shoulders forward, shoulders up and back. Just wiggle your spine a little bit, just in your seat or if you're standing, either way. Little hip wiggle. This is where a nice song comes in. Just imagine yourself grooving with the music, slow dancing. We're not gonna do no break dancing yet.
No.
And just in the hips, you can feel it loosening down through your thighs and your knees. Give the legs a little lift, a little knee lift, alternating maybe. Just gentle. Down through the calves. Make little ankle circles. Wiggle your toes in your boots, or if you can feel them in your slippers or on the floor. Imagine like you're picking up the rug or the towel with your toes, bringing it in, wiggling all the toes. Another deep breath in through the nose,
And
out the mouth. I'm not going to count because I don't like numbers. But if you like the box breathing, it's a great way. And just be sure you're not hyperventilating, not holding your breath. And now with your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. Just scan the room and just notice 5 different colors. If your eyes are closed, colors of the rainbow. And you can say them out loud, or you can say them in your head, the colors that you see. And now think of 4 things that you can touch. You can maybe just reach out and feel, your jeans or your chair or something on the other side of the room or outside the window. Even if you can't physically touch it, would it be warm or cold? Would it be rough or smooth? Just imagine the senses and 3 things you can hear. I can hear the wind blowing outside. I can hear the little fan on my computer. Any birdies singing? The heater cranked up. And 2 things you can smell. Those who are in the kitchen, that should be easier. Maybe it's shampoo or laundry detergent. Or even imagine your favorite flower. You know exactly what it smells like. And 1 thing you can taste. Maybe you just had a sip of coffee or juice, or you know exactly what your favorite fruit tastes like or favorite food. And all of your senses brings you into the present. So in the present, we are now in the present of December 2026. And you have a smile on your face. You're just standing up a little bit straighter, feeling a little more confident, because you're more intentional now. And you are the incline. You are what brings purpose to your life. You are your own motivation. You are your own valor. You're the embodiment of courage, of self-worth. So just think about that word for a minute. What other things does it do for you? What does it mean for you? Where has it gotten you? How does that feel? Don't you just feel a little more amazing? Sure, we're a year older, but look at how many more things we've done. With each breath, we can feel that renewed. And imagine yourself in your happy place, if it's on the beach, sipping pina coladas, if it's snowshoeing, if it's just
Yes.
sitting here looking out your window at whatever view, even if it's the sparrows and the cardinals, what's your happy place? Maybe it's under the blankies or next to the fire. Your happy place. But how do you feel?
Happy.
Happy in your happy place. Good. And think of these adjectives of what your word of the year has done for you. So here we are,
Yes.
December of 2026. All these amazing things that you wanted to do, you've already done them.
Yes.
And if you
Successful.
think of more adjectives or of how you feel, it's sometimes nice to write it down or think of the things you have accomplished in this year of 2026. Make a little exercise today of like a journaling type thing. Write down what I accomplished this year in 2026 was. How do I feel about what I've done and who I've become this year of 2026? Notice how I'm putting 2026 in the past tense because we're already present at the end of the year of 2026. And just feel into it. Because if you can feel it, you practically already have done the work.
Done.
You've
Yeah.
become it.
That's
And so if you see mountains and obstacles and your Goliaths, remember back of what you did to get past that bridge, that chasm, that mountain, that rocky patch, those rapids, how did you get through this year? Because your friends are always going to ask, how did you survive another year? You've got lots to tell them, right? Yeah. So this is part of the exercise of saying how I got to where I am now.
Yeah.
And how did that feel for you right now? Did it feel real?
Mhm. Yeah.
Betty was right
Yes.
there. I could see it.
Yeah. I could even
Lots of
write.
nods with Mary.
You
Yeah, I
made
could
me
write.
relax so much I was yawning.
Yeah. And see, the yawning is good because it's
Yep,
just resetting your nervous system. You're
right.
not in
Yeah.
fight or flight, you're in rest and digest. So
Mhm.
digest and process what your goals are, what your intentions are, who you
Yeah.
really are, and be okay with that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
think, how did I get through here? Oh, Eric is back to work. So
Yeah. And I
and
came up with some words like successful, not in
ooh,
everything, but successful.
yeah,
I do feel successful. Accomplished, finishing, like I finished things, and then
mhm,
forward working, working for not here thinking of the future. My thing has always been I'm standing here and this will be perfect here and never a plan to get there, and that's what I'm still forward working on is how it's real hard to get from here to there. I have dreams,
yeah.
but I have to stop in moderation and intentionally find steps to go through to that. So anyway, so
Awesome. Well,
yes, it was very beneficial that walkthrough.
yes. And so I'm glad you felt into it and jotted down a few words. And the forward thinking, well, that's exactly what we're doing because we're already at the end of
Yeah,
2026 in
yeah,
our forward thinking.
yeah,
So just gently do your steps backwards of recalling, well, how did I get here? How
yeah,
did I accomplish this? And that will help you to really not only feel it because you can't heal what you can't feel.
yeah.
So we're
That's
allowing
true.
it, we're opening it up, we're feeling through it, we're feeling into it, and we're processing it and we're living it
Yep.
because
Yep.
your mind doesn't know the difference of past and future. The mind only lives in the now. So Dr. A has this great saying of lead from the future and live in the now. No, how does that go? Something like that. But you lead from the future. So that's what we just did. We saw, we felt, we are our future selves. Now, how'd I get there? And your mind will fill in the blanks of that because it just thinks it's in the present.
So
How did that go for you, Jane Ann? Were you able to follow some of the steps?
Yes, I did follow some of them. I was doing something else, but um,
Mhm.
I I wanted to know, and maybe you've already talked about this before I got on the call, what plans people have to do that reset. Did you take Amy's, the thing that she sent? Did you use it exactly so that the information went to her, or did you change it so the information came to you?
Yeah, and that's what Mary was talking about a little bit. She went ahead and did a lot on her own, but it would be great to be able to do a check-in with Amy in the, upcoming weeks. And
Uh-huh.
she with that. How would you answer that for you, Betty? Because did you check in with Amy Michelle or your doctor Michelle?
I usually check in with Dr. Michelle and do it that way. And then what other things is on here on my Wednesdays, this is my staple. I very rarely miss it. And the good thing is his doctor retired. That wasn't good, but he retired. And the new doctor, so we'll be meeting on Tuesday. So I won't miss.
Oh,
And that was my only reason for missing Wednesday was about every 6 or 8 weeks, I'd have to
yeah.
go into St. Cloud.
Well, good for him and better for you.
Yeah,
Better for
so
Betty.
Betty, better, yes, much better for Betty. And so, but I did get that scale the week before, the week of my birthday. This is December 7th, so I got remember that there'll be a quiz next December as to whether you remember my birthday or not.
I
And
got a scale.
yeah, and I got the scale, and I even took it into Dr. Michelle, and we can't hook it up. So it's just a stupid little machine that tells me your weight, and that's all it is right now. And so, but somehow or another, I've got to find someone who can hook it up to the. Can't get it to match the thing on the phone. All these things drive me
Yeah.
crazy. Why
No.
can't you just be yourself? You do your job, you do yours, and you do yours.
Do you have
And
any grandchildren? I
yes,
usually
I do, and I grab them all the
I
time.
usually
Yeah,
get my grandchildren to do what I'm struggling with, and they
yeah.
can do it just like
I
that.
know. I know. Yeah, even when one of them was in kindergarten, she knew more about it than I do. She's fifth grade now, so yes. But it's with the blizzards and with being sick, not me, but my husband's been sick. It's just to get together with them so that they can hook these things up. I've got my watch hook. It's got unhooked to my phone, so now I can't get my steps or anything off of that. It's just December. Everything just like cut down, except for me. I'm still here. So the
Yes, you're
machines,
still here
the
and
machines don't
we
work,
got
but
this.
I'm still here.
Yeah, so some of those things do need the in-person just to get it initiated
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I got a
troubleshooting.
watch too, but I haven't. I need to snag one of my grandkids to set
Yeah.
that up
Yes.
for me. I
Yeah.
wondered how many people do you have on the reset program? How many have you signed up?
Who are you asking? That might be a good question for Sharon. She just joined in. She's one of the
Yes.
coaches. I don't know the numbers because I think a lot of them are just doing it individually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I
Well, I
don't know
just
how
wondered
many.
about that because there's been such a push on some of the calls I've listened to uh, and I just wondered if everybody was pushing or, and I'm the only one that's not because I
I'm not
want
a
to.
pusher, so
You and I, we're the only two that are not
yeah.
so
I
far.
want to.
We're up to
I
three now.
I want to share it with people, um,
Sure.
and I want to help people get well. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, how about you share some of your wins? How have you felt? And what would you like to share since you started the reset, Janie Ann?
Well, when I started several years ago, I've lost 40 pounds since then, and I want to lose some more. I'm kind of on a plateau for some reason, and I need to. I know what I need to do. I need to follow the program faithfully because I know that it works if you do that.
Yes.
And it frustrates me when I can't make myself do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and there is the science behind it, and I don't know all the
Yes,
science, but it does work if we work it. We
right,
work it correctly if we
right.
follow the steps
My
because
son in
that's
law,
just how our bodies are designed, and it's nice to know
yeah,
how our bodies work so we can work in unison with ourselves and not work against and push
right.
and deny our bodies because then emotionally we feel really drained as well.
My
So,
son in law has lost 50 pounds in 6 months. And
Good
he's
for you.
he's doing really well. He didn't sign up under me, unfortunately, but he's doing well, and he feels better, and he's healthier, and so
yeah, that's the main thing is
Yeah.
to see people more people in their happy, healthy habits because that's we feel good too. But yeah, so who is your direct coach, Jana?
Amy Michelle.
Yeah. And she'll be back next week. So definitely sign up for a check-in. And Sharon, welcome, Sharon.
Yeah,
Yes. Hi,
We just did a little breathing exercise, but visualizing with our word of the year, how we will feel at the end of 2026. But maybe you can help answer a little bit more of Jane Ann's question of um, do you report back directly to a coach or a group, or are you pretty much doing the program on your own with the metabolic reset?
Oh, um, well, I registered and I invited, several people.
Well, my
Yeah.
question is, when you invited them, do they respond to you or to Amy?
Well, did you use the Amy's link or did you use the link that you were given?
I don't know that I was given a link.
Well,
Don't remember.
when you go into your
Personal one.
website, when you go into 28 reset, 28dayreset.com, that's where you'll be doing the project, the metabolic reset project. And in there's a link you can share, an invitation link that you can share. But Amy is our leader,
Right.
so she will, know your link is, attached to her also because,
Of
well,
course.
you signed up, you registered on Amy's link, so she would know that you registered. And then if you invite from her link, or you can invite from your link that's in the 28dayreset.com. It's copy link. And then you just email it to, or text it, or
To your friend.
messenger it.
Yeah, so we'll
Is
get
that,
that squared away at which link you're using. That might be part of your question, I think, Jane.
Yes.
I mean,
Thank you.
it's going to go on Amy's link or
No matter
registration
what.
roster, no matter what, because you would have registered yourself on Amy's link. So she would see that. But if you use your link, she'll still see that because you're, you know,
But then
basically,
they'll show, your friends will show up, they signed up with Jane Ann
yeah.
under.
Yep. Yep.
You went mute,
Yep.
Jane Ann. Go ahead and open your mic again. I saw you wiggle something
At
and you
least
must have.
that's the way I
Yeah,
understand it, because Amy has um questioned me if it was somebody, my friends. So
I just didn't want to do it wrong. I didn't want to
yeah.
use her link if I should have one of my own. And I didn't know how to find one of my own. And so I
okay.
haven't really
Yep.
invited anybody.
Well, 28dayreset.com is where you're going to go to
Okay.
participate in the project tomorrow. And you can go in there today and just kind of look around,
But see,
I'll
look
do
for
that.
where it says copy link. So
Yep.
that will be your registration, your name, your link that you will share with your friends.
Even though I'm copying a link, it's linked to me.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yep. I mean, it'll
Right.
just show that you invited them.
Okay.
Good.
And you do get points for inviting, people if they register. So
And
I
that
just
makes
feel
it
like
fun.
everybody else is probably doing it and all ready to go, and I'm not.
Oh,
I feel like I'm
There's-
behind.
you can,
everybody
you can
stumbles at
still
first.
invite.
I
course,
saw
the
your
people that
message,
I'm
Betty. Do you have to go early, Betty?
I just have to go about 5 minutes too. I
Okay.
didn't want to interrupt,
Okay.
but if I disappear, then Miss
And
Kate
we-
gets me.
Yes, got your next appointment. And you
Yes.
got her link to that. So yeah, that's great. Is that something, Sharon, you could help Jane Ann walk through, or it's just that go to the website and look for the copy link?
Yeah. Yep. Go to 28. And I don't even know where I found out that, because in the past we had gotten an email, but I think in that registration, when you register, way down at the bottom, it says the website is 28dayreset.com.
okay.
So go to that
Well,
and
I'll
look
try
for-
that. And
Yeah.
it sounds like from what you said that I should be able to just follow the directions, and as long as I
Yeah.
know where to go.
Yeah. Well, you can message me. I think,
Okay.
I'm in the Happy Health, so
Okay.
Yeah, so you know how to find each other there. Awesome.
Yep.
No,
Yeah, because
no, wait. Some of us don't know how to find each other there.
are you in the
I did
20th
not.
day reset
In two
already?
and a half years, you've kept me in the dark. You haven't. I no, I
Um,
don't. I
Well,
can go to.
you're not in the messenger. You're not in
I
messenger. I'm
yeah,
I
because I
assuming.
when
thought the
all I
same.
when I keep in is just whenever she gets a round of people on the telephone going, but most of it is numbers there that I don't know who's talking.
Sure.
587329721
That's
says,
more of this group, I think that,
yeah, that's
where
more okay. So
yeah, that's the smaller group. Yep.
okay, and so that's the only one I know, but I don't know who's who in it. Um, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was a register or something, but I probably could not find it anyway because my it just doesn't. But that's all right. I see you on Wednesdays, and that's I can take care of all this
Good.
on Wednesday. So
I'm glad
That's
I
the main.
got to join you guys today.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
It
days,
seems it feels like it's been a while.
2 Wednesdays a month, I have Bible study. And so that's why I can't be here on those days.
yeah.
But I try to
Sure.
join when I can and at least listen.
Oh, good,
And
good.
are the wind calls, has anybody got on them in the past week or?
And I haven't this past week. It's been busy and sick. I've had a sick husband, and
Yeah,
it's been it's hard with a sick husband. Anyway, he's one day he's better and one day he's not better. So, and then the blood sugar goes crazy. But I've gotten him to eat the last couple of days, and that helps. So
good,
no, I haven't been on, but they really they really help a lot. The wind calls do help.
good.
You
Yeah,
don't even need,
because we're not in this alone, and you're
no.
not over there alone, Jane Ann, and you're not over there alone,
Yeah.
Betty. And
Yeah.
I
You
like
can
those
just
wind calls too. But
yeah.
the
good.
other ones, like with Dr. Mike and Dr. Sharon, I feel like they're like a gazillion miles ahead of me and I can't keep up.
Yeah.
But I like to know what's going
That's why I
on.
like the smaller group too, because I feel like most of us are closer to the same pace.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes. And if we are, then we keep showing up. We're
Right.
faithful to show up when we can, and that's really helpful. That's because we know what we share here is shared amongst people that understand and know, and not
Right.
somebody going, well, I was there
Yeah,
12 years
and I
ago.
know
Welcome
Dr.
from
Karen,
there.
she took a break the last two Tuesdays, so she should be back on next week.
Okay.
What'd you say about Tuesday?
The Dr. Sharon, her calls, she took a
Oh, yeah.
break the last two Tuesdays.
That's why I couldn't get on yesterday.
Yeah, I for the holidays, but we decided to keep this one open just because a lot of people want a place to be.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you did that
Yes.
because
Yes.
it's one of the few times I can join in.
Oh, good. So we'll just look for you every other Wednesday then,
Every
Jane Ann.
other Wednesday, yes.
And that's
And then
okay
you
too.
pray for us on the Wednesdays you're at your prayer meetings.
I will. I definitely will.
Awesome. So were you looking something else up there, Sharon? It looks like you went and got your
Well,
notes or
yeah, I was just I mean I've been on some wind calls, but I haven't been able to take notes, or I've been, I haven't had my notebook with me. One thing, and I don't know what um something I wrote down is that they always physical weight is a result of mismanagement of our
oh,
emotions. Um,
Yes.
that one's huge.
that was one that, because we did element 4 and element 5. This element 5 was this morning and element 4 was yesterday, I believe. And they're good talking about stop, challenge, choose, the drama triangle, you know, one of the questions I wrote down must be somebody said, am I living a life that it's happening to me or
Or for me.
or for me? Yes, or for me.
Yeah. To me or for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if we're, looking at as it's happening for me, that means we have an open mind, open mindset versus a closed mindset, open and curious and growing versus a closed mindset, resistant. So, and our surroundings are really important, how we're drowning in negativity.
Yeah. And
Um,
that's
you know,
something I just put in. You might like this too, Betty and Jane Ann. I put in the Happy Healthy Habits chat group, the happiness jar. And so I just thought today's the day to open our jar. If we had started at the beginning of the year, the idea is have your own little jar,
Mhm.
or a box or whatever cute,
Yeah.
and have your whatever cute pen and paper. But just every day or whenever something good happens, it says write down something that made you happy, and just each day for a year. And then
That's
at
good.
the end of the year, open the jar and read about all the amazing things that happened. Because sometimes we forget the good stuff.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's just as simple as, I got with the girls today
Yeah.
and put that in your jar. I mean, maybe in the moment it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you see that if you remember to write something every day,
Yeah.
or today I enjoyed my fueling, or today my cold wasn't as sniffly, or whatever it
Yes.
is, or I got out in the sunshine for 5 minutes without freezing my badushkis off.
Yeah. Yes.
And, but at the end of the year, it's just nice to see the good things. I call it my joy jar.
Joy jar.
And,
Okay.
and another, happiness jar, joy jar, gratitude jar, gratitude journal, whatever it is that you do. But I think I like the jar idea because it's the little pieces of paper. And then it's like a little surprise when you pick it up. Like the little Dove chocolates always have the nice saying inside. Not the excuse to eat
Yeah.
all the chocolate. To get to the
Yes.
cute sayings, write your own. Um, but another nice a mental exercise with the nervous system reset is whatever you're feeling overwhelmed from, which feeling negative, maybe it's too much fear. So when you're doing the breathing and the nervous system reset, you can just say fear, fear, fearful, fearful, and switch it to joyful, joyful, repeat it 3 times, whatever it is for you, or, stress, stress, and just do stress less, enjoy more, or calm more. And it's nice it's called titration. It's a scientific term of it, but it helps the mind go from one to the other and then gently, and then it's training your nervous system and rewriting the neurons that it's like affirmations, but you really do reduce the negative and then have the positive input. But
Okay.
your cells listen to you. Whatever you say, they're listening. And if you're always like, "Oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this," they're listening,
Yes. Yes.
and they believe you. So that's why I liked that. Mary mentioned valor because it's courage and it's value. So it's
Yeah.
courage and it's self-esteem. There's a lot of meaning behind some of these words. So, but you can train your mind to reset into it. And that just is good, gets yourself into the goal setting framework. But we're not just making little goals, we're actually feeling into our lifestyle, midweek Maven's makeover and all that. But we really are renewing our minds daily. And so all those little exercises help. And I love the gratitude journal or the joy jar, whichever you like. What, or have you done that? Have any of you done that? Which worked best for you?
Yeah, I've done all those things, but I never go back and check them. That's now I should go looking for them. But sometimes I write in the
That's
journal.
where the jar's fun. Decorate it, put ribbons on it,
Yeah,
glitter,
yeah.
make it cute because then you can make
I
it a
was
craft
just
project.
my neighbor gave me a beautiful cup. It's a real fancy little cup and stuff, and for birthday, Christmas, and we do a lot of things together. And so it was really special. But it says hand wash, and so I had my first cup of tea in it, and then I hand washed it. Well, hand wash goes when you're used to a dishwasher, and your
Yeah,
husband does the dishes. But I just now thought of that. It's just been sitting in the counter back in the corner, but it's like that would be a perfect one to stick in. It's big, it holds 12 ounces, so that would hold in all those little
there
pieces
you
of
go.
paper.
Yeah, a little bit bigger. You got a frosty one. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Got
So,
butterflies on there, Jane Ann?
My daughter gave this to me
Oh my goodness.
for
oh,
Christmas.
beautiful. Oh, I love that.
That is
I
beautiful.
love that.
Yeah.
And you're not
Yeah,
going to
I mean,
run
it
that
does
through
not.
the dishwasher. So, yeah, that
It's
would,
probably hand washed too, I would guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So,
run that through the dishwasher. A friend of mine, it's like a little crystal, it's a candy dish with the lid on it. It reminded me exactly like my great grandma Carrie. She
Uh,
always had her ribbon candies in it.
uh,
But that's her joy jar, just put the lid and
yes.
put her little piece of paper with her word, her statement, her
Yeah.
scripture, whatever on there
You can
from
leave on the counter and see it without it being bugging you,
exactly. And it's not
Right.
a candy dish, it's her joy jar.
Joy
you
jar.
know,
Yes.
or happiness dish or bucket of happiness, whatever you want to
Yes.
call it, but make it
Oh,
fun. And some of the things, if you want, you can put a date on it. Oh, on this day I did that, but just
yeah.
make it real simple, like those little sticky notes and fold them and put them
Yes.
in.
They'd be perfect. Perfect. Yes.
But it's fun to do that. Just do that. Start it today. And on the weekend you can go back and like, oh yeah, and but then you keep the lid on it for a month or longer, each time longer. And then on the day that you're like, I can't think of anything good, I'm not feeling it, I'm not seeing it, I can't even remember it, you go in there and open a couple of them up.
And just see that. Yes, that's wonderful.
That's what it is. It's reminders to you that you do have little glimmers of joy every day.
Yes.
Sometimes we just don't notice them. So it
Yeah.
helps you remember them. And they do,
what a
it's
good
just like
idea.
your grain of sand,
Yes.
so that's
That's
the
good.
project for today. Beautiful exercise, and we got more to do together.
Yes.
We got
Yes,
more to
we do.
do. So we'll
Yes, we
see you
do.
next Wednesday, and maybe you can share. Everybody could share their word or their little joy comments, and we'll share that
Yes.
next Wednesday.
Okay, so we'll put down share.
Yeah, that way you will have had a whole week's worth. And then of course the wind calls and everything else and starting I just went to the 28-day reset when you were talking about it. And it sounds like they're being bombarded on the website because I hadn't where I haven't registered yet. They're like, please be patient for our website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having an overload.
That's what I understand. I saw, or somebody asked me about, there was stalled or whatever, and then I
Yeah.
actually went to, I don't know, saw something in Facebook, and it said that they were having to update because they've had so many
Mm.
people that are interested in joining the project,
Yeah.
metabolic
Yeah. So
research
that's what it says
project.
right now.
So,
It says green check mark. We're back. Thank you for your patience.
okay.
Incredible
Yep. So,
demand for the 28-day metabolic reset. Pushed our
yep.
systems to the limit. And we've
Yep.
upgraded everything. So keep
Yep.
inviting your friends. Go
So,
in and find your link now that you've
Bye.
already registered. We'll see you, Betty.
bye.
All right.
Happy New Year.
And we'll talk to you everybody next week. And maybe we'll see Amy. If
Yep.
not, we still got each other here.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
Take
Have a
care.
wonderful week.
Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Happy
Thanks,
New Year.
Elaine. Bye, Jane.
Bye bye.